Good morning and welcome to 2026. Yes, good morning, everybody. Happy New Year to all of you guys out there. Wow, it is 2026. Time flies. Listen, I want to wish everybody a happy New Year. To my parents, family, everybody. You guys have a great 2026. Most important, everybody stay healthy. And to all of you guys out there, hey, thanks for the support. Thanks for all the well wishes. Thanks for joining the show last night there for 2026. Was fantastic. And the new sports year is upon us. And what a sports year it's going to be. So let's get straight into it. There you go. It's not the 31st of December. See there, first things go wrong. It is the 1st of January, and it's going to be football, NHL, NBA, NFL, darts, rugby, NCAA. It's everything out there. Good morning, Monas. Happy New Year. Well, when is the 3-day straight college football stream? Well, it started last night, my son. We did it, and we'll get into that straight away. That's the first topic of today. There you go. Miami beat Ohio State. What a game it was. Oh, I've still got my ball here. I was so excited last night. It was a long game. It went from 1:30 in the morning all the way till 5 o'clock. So I've been up all the time. Maybe you can see it. Maybe you can hear it. Who knows? Let me get a sip of the magic bottle. You know, that helps. The magic bottle helps. There you go. Now, great college football. Miami defense was phenomenal. I mean, one of the best defensive displays I've seen in college football for years, baby. For years. They took it straight to Ohio State. What a game it was. And I can't wait for the other 3 games coming up today. So let's talk about those 3 games, man. Alabama, Indiana, Ole Miss, Georgia, and Oregon against Texas Tech. Let's plug them. There you go. We'll start off with Oregon against Texas Tech. That's going to be amazing. These games are at 6, 10:30 and 2 o'clock in the morning, so join me for all of them. Then the one I'm really waiting for, the one I'm most excited about is my Alabama Crimson Tide against the Indiana Hoosiers. And then last but not least, the Ole Miss against Georgia. That's going to be interesting as well. The Ole Miss Rebels against the Georgia Bulldogs. So college football on the channel all day long. Oh, I will. We'll all pray for your mom. Everybody pray for Mo's mom. She is not well. That is not good news, man. That is not good news. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. I put it out there before. There you go. Happy New Year. Then, let's have a look. Coming up today, the Premier League. Yeah, we know those results were the ones from Tuesday night. And now tonight, Crystal Palace will take on Fulham. Liverpool will take on Leeds. Brentford and Spurs will battle. And Sunderland will host, I think, the new champions. I think the top team in the league at the moment, Manchester City. But there was a little bit of Africa Cup as well last night. Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning. How are you doing? Happy New Year. That is my mom. Happy New Year, mommy. Listen here. Didn't phone you guys last night at 12 o'clock. I thought you were sleeping. My wife, we did the show. I can't even remember if you were in or not anymore. Listen here. I was so busy. But I will give you a call later. Or I'll give you a call afterwards. Don't worry. There you go. So let's look. Algeria beat Equatorial Guinea 3-1. Burkina Faso beats the Sudan 2-0. Ivory Coast beat Gabon 3-2, and Cameroon beat Mozambique 2-1. That is an important one, that Cameroon one, because what I'm going to show you, this is Saturday and Sunday. The first part of the knockout stage is more on Monday and Tuesday. But Sudan will take on Senegal. Mali will take on Tunisia, and then on Sunday it's Morocco, Tanzania. And at 8 o'clock in the evening on Sunday, Vern is going to be doing South Africa against Cameroon, baby. So that is a big one, Brian Mbeumo, Manchester United, Cameroon, South Africa. It's going to be good. Bafana is playing. Yeah, there you go. It's all out there. You don't even have to write it in there. It's all out there. So Cameroon, obviously the favorites in that one, but I think Bafana got good chances. Then this evening it is EuroLeague basketball. Lots of games. Bologna will take on Milan. Milano Anadolu Red Star on this channel. Baskonia Fenerbahce, Panathinaikos against Olympiacos Piraeus. Vern will be doing those games. I will be keeping one eye on those. Wouldn't I have loved to watch Olympiacos against Panathinaikos? But I got those college football games on. Dubai Real Madrid and Bayern Munich against Maccabi. So what is coming up on the channel? There you go. Vern will be doing Anadolu against Red Star Belgrade, and after that, straight on after that, it's Panathinaikos against Olympiacos, the Battle of Greece. Yep. There you go. They might go to the final. Hey, look, everything. If you're in the last 16, you can go to the final. That is true. There you go. Then NFL, baby. What's coming up on the weekend? Some massive games. I mean, how's Vern? Sleeping. He is sleeping, my son. Big games on the weekend. I will tell you the ones that are really, really important for the whole season. Ravens, Steelers, both can still make the playoffs. Winner takes all, loser gets bugger all. Then Panthers, Buccaneers, exactly the same. Seahawks against the 49ers. That's still all about the number one spot. The Patriots game is important for the number one spot. So lots of good NFL. I will be doing some of those on Sunday. Then we've got to move on. We've got to move on. There's so many things. Here we go. NBA. I'm not going to get into anything because it's a tough morning. The Warriors and the Hornets. The Warriors won there 132-125. The Timberwolves lost to the Hawks 102-126. The Magic beat the Pacers 112-110. The Suns lost to the Cavaliers 113-129. Pelicans got thrashed by the Bulls 118-134. The Knicks just lost out to the Spurs 132-134. The Nuggets, even without Jokic, they are still Nikola Jokic, the injured guy. They're still beating the Raptors 106-103. The Wizards, they knocked off the Bucks even with Giannis 114-113. And the Trailblazers got thrashed, annihilated, destroyed. They started the new year off crap. They lost to the Thunder 124-95. There we go. I'm there. Then don't forget, NHL. Big night in the NHL last night. The Capitals beat the Rangers 6-3. My Golden Knights. They lost the Predators 4-2. The Lightning beat the Ducks. Yeah, the Lightning strikes, 4-3. The Wild, they weren't wild enough for the Sharks, so they lost 3-4. The Jets lost to the Red Wings 2-1. The Devils beat the Blue Jackets 3-2. The Sabres knocked off the Stars 4-1. The Avalanche, well, they avalanched the Blues. That Avalanche came down very strong, 6-1 against the Blues. The Flames beat the Flyers 5-1, and the Bruins knocked off the Oilers 6-2. So lots of games in the NHL. We'll go into depth beginning of next week, Tuesday, Table Tuesday. But there's a lot of stuff on the channel, a lot of stuff to get through. Guys, listen, this will be coming out a little bit later. I did tape it last night, put it out, and then I noticed there was no sound on it. So I'm going to redo it this morning sometime after I have a little bit of breakfast and a little bit of relaxation after being live for like the last 7 hours. So across the pond, coming out a little bit later this afternoon, your update on everything North American. Then the results, there you go, of the darts. This is what's coming up today. Big darts day today. Ryan Sill, Johnny Clayton, Gary Anderson, Justin Wood. That's the afternoon session. I think I'm going to be doing that afternoon session. Then in the evening, it is Luke Littler against Christoph Ratajski. And then it is Luke Humphreys. No, it's Luke Humphreys against Gian van Veen. For me, the winner of that game is going to win the championship. So we'll see what happens there. Don't forget, DEFCON Rugby coming out at 5 o'clock as well today. Damn it, there's a lot coming out today. We'll update you on everything that's going to happen on the weekend. Of course, there's going to be the URC. The Sharks take on the Lions. And the Stormers against the Bulls. Can the Stormers stay unbeaten when they take on the Bulls? I don't think so, but we'll see. It's going to be a little bit of top 14. Don't want to get into too much because, we're going to do it all in the DEFCON Rugby show. That's kind of the show this morning. I'm rattled through it in 8 minutes, 9 minutes. I didn't want to take too long because, look, check out the DEFCON Rugby show today. Check out the ATP show. Check out Vernon Ryan's video on the season review of the Formula One. That came out yesterday. That's a fantastic video. They took a little bit of a time machine and they went back in time and they looked at the whole season. They were not that happy, I heard. They were not that happy. I've got to watch that video later. I haven't had time to watch it yet. They were not so happy with the Formula One season 2025. But listen here, it's 2026. Everything gets better. Let me just quickly run down some of the highlights we can expect this year in 2026. I'm going to put it out here in front of me on the screen. I mean, look, of course, the Darts World Championship finals are going to be in the next 2 days. Then, of course, we have the Tour de Skis on at the moment. Then we have Australian Open will start, the Winter Olympics. Of course, in February, we're going to have the Super Bowl. Then the Formula One starts off on the 6th of March with the Australian Grand Prix. We have the Paralympics. Then if you're a horse racing fan, the Grand National in April, the Masters in golf, the PGA Champions, the FA Cup final in Wembley. We have the UEFA Cup, the UEFA EuroLeague final there. That's going to be in Istanbul this year. The Conference League finals in Leipzig this year. The Champions League finals in Budapest. We have of course, the Grand Prix, the Commonwealth Games, the Wimbledon, the US Open, the World Cup, obviously. Then the Commonwealth Games in June, July. Of course, we have this new Rugby Nations League coming up. We have the Six Nations in rugby. Man, I tell you, there's going to be a massive sports here. It's going to be a hell of a lot. We have the conclusion of the Premier League in rugby, the Gallagher, the top 14, the Japanese League, the URC, who wins the Investec Cup. Listen here, sports does not run out on us. Does not run out. And of course, the big one is the World Cup in the summer. And then again, at the end of the year, we'll have darts again. I mean, it's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. So lots of things to get into this year. But guys, that's the show for this morning. Because somebody needs to take a little bit of rest because we've got a lot of shows. And I got to put out a lot of things this afternoon. We'll update you on everything. Remember, hit the notification button and then you'll know exactly what's happened. Then when they announce the Springboks playing in 2027, but it's probably in the middle of the year, end of the year. But don't forget, it's the Rugby World Cup in 2027. But let's do 2026 now. We just started. First day of 2026, 365 days to go. Guys, thanks for joining me. And once again, let me put it out there just because that's who I am. There you go. Happy New Year to everybody. Have a wonderful day. And remember, most important thing, be healthy and be safe. Guys, enjoy your day.